Anxiety is good for you. Now that is quite a bold statement that you probably don't hear every day, but it's true. Anxiety is very good for you. I'm aware that a lot of people suffer clinical anxiety and depression and stuff like that. I've been through mental health before, but I've never actually got myself diagnosed with anything because I'm quite stubborn and determined to figure stuff out by myself, and I did. I managed to cure my anxiety, and it has completely changed my life and perspective on the world. And you can do the same. Everybody has some kind of anxiety within them, whether you feel anxious going to a meeting or whether you just get periodic anxiety attacks. It's something that happens everywhere, and it's happening more and more and more. And you can change if you decide to change. I've realised that anxiety is a huge red flag to your body. Your body is telling you there is something wrong. You're feeling this because your body is trying to guide you and trying to help you. It's telling you, yo, look at this. There is something wrong here. That's why you feel that way. So if you're nervous going to a meeting, it probably means that maybe you haven't got everything all together, probably means you're unsure of something, and you're unsure of what could happen and how things could go, or whether you get the job application, and there's so many things that could happen, it could go this way. But what even is that? What actually is that could? That's your imagination. It's literally your imagination telling you where things could go. Now don't get me wrong, it's very healthy to think of possible outcomes because you've still got to be prepared for if something does happen, but you don't have to overthink and make it go worse by thinking so much. Now, anxiety for me was something that stopped me from doing stuff because I felt anxious about how people would perceive me. And I realised that I didn't realise I had this anxiety within me, but it was very prominent, and it got to a point where I was getting just pissed off with it, and I didn't want to be that way anymore. And I know anxiety is hard, and I really do feel for those who suffer with it really badly. You get feelings of just that pit in your stomach, that knot, and it's just a horrible feeling. You can get sweating and stuff like that, and rapid heart rate. Breathing obviously increases. I mean, I got to the point where I would get like a headache, just a slight headache at the back of my head, where I just stressed myself out over nothing, literally nothing. And like I said, I got to the point where I just thought, I don't want to be this way anymore. Why am I suffering and holding myself back over this feeling of nothing? Anxiety was stopping me from pursuing my dreams and goals in life. And once I broke that anxiety and told it to fuck off, basically, my life came together in magical ways, and I have never felt better, and I still am getting better. And you can do the same. All you have to do is ask yourself, why am I anxious? What is making me feel anxious? I looked in the mirror and I just spoke to myself, which sounds very weird, and I just said, I feel this anxiety and I feel it stopping me from doing what I want to do. I feel this anxiety when I go into social places because it makes me feel like that people are watching me and I can't express my true self. And I kept on being honest with myself, not even sugarcoating anything, and the more I spoke, the more stuff came out. And I just realised, oh my god, it felt amazing just to lift that off my chest. I felt like I was being weighed down by this anxious thought. And once I spoke to myself and just was honest, it just made sense to me. I'm feeling anxious for no reason. Although there was a reason that I was feeling that way, but I'm not going to go into detail about this in this video. I will talk about it a little bit, but it comes down to meditation. And the reason I was actually feeling anxious was because I experienced something in my childhood, a traumatic event, not like something like a car crash or anything like that. It was traumas can be small, but it still traumatizes your body. There was a traumatic event that made me shut down in those sort of social situations and made me feel like I couldn't show my true self, and obviously that kept going on and on as I grew up into the person I am now, and it was still affecting me because I hadn't healed that part of me. And when I meditated, I had a flashback to that time, and I basically healed that part of me. And yeah, I'm not going to talk about that in this video, but that is obviously something that you should probably think about. But what I'm saying is that anxiety can be fixed because you are the controller of your thoughts, and the thoughts that come into your mind aren't necessarily you. It's part of you, but it's not you. You can control yourself. If you feel an anxious thought coming, feel the anxiety and analyse the shit out of it. Don't just indulge into the anxiety. Don't let it consume you. You got to feel the anxiety, let it be there. It might go, or you might suddenly realise that this anxiety is just a horrible presence in your aura that you don't even want there. So why are you going to let it be there? You have to fight it, you have to be stronger. And the more you do this, the more you reprogram your mind to fight this anxiety, you will then be able to cure your anxiety. And it's a long process. It takes a few months of solid dedication, but if you want to change, if you don't want to be this way anymore, you have to put the work in. And that's all I've got to say for today. And I hope you found this video very informative, and keep a lookout for the next video. Keep watching, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.